Well, let's start with this. If this is not what you expected, I don't think you have been watching soccer lately. I don't know if you have been watching this game for the past few years because we get used to these kind of matches. And what we got yesterday was a surprise. We knew what was gonna happen. We knew we were gonna see goals yesterday, but not that amount. But not that amount of goals, and not that much of entertainment. Because yesterday was a crazy game. Yesterday was an amazing game. And yes, it was tough to follow that game. And today, and today, to be honest though, this was not a bad game. This, in my eyes, this was not a bad game. There was no way this was a bad game. It was a game of both halves. To be honest, both team had chances. Let's start with the first half. If we start with the first half, to be honest, Arsenal started strong. They started attacking. They were pressing. They were doing a lot of. It was just a matter of are they gonna score, and they did score, and it was a penalty. It was a weak penalty, but lately they've been giving a lot of weak penalties, and it might be controversial, but in my eyes that should not be a penalty. Either both of them, even the one from yesterday, it should not have been a pen. But regardless of that, the game was not bad. Both teams had chances. I believe in the first half, if we look at the first half, what is it? What's the stats? Yes, Atletico had more of the ball. I believe or Arsenal had more of the ball in the first half, right? In the first half, I think Athletic had more of the ball. I believe, yeah. No, no, no. Arsenal had more of the ball. Hmm. I did not expect that, but they had one chance and they scored one. They had one big chance to be honest, and they scored that one chance. They missed that one chance, and then they scored the penalty. And Arsenal were playing beautiful in the first half. They had chance after chance, chances after chance, and then eventually they scored through a penalty. It was a weak penalty, but it was a penalty. You know what I mean? And Madueke, I don't know why people don't like this guy, man. He does good. He attacks, he defends, he presses, he does a lot of stuff. It's just the end product that's missing, and that's something he needs to work on. Today was one of his better performances. It just lacks that final touch. If he would have get a goal or assist or something, it would have been icing on the cake, something like that. And it was a beautiful performance. And the first half, as soon as the first half ended, I was surprised with this sub. Simeon. He took off his son, who was dangerous. I heard it was injured, blah blah, all that, but I feel like it was just tactics. And when he took him off and he put him what was the defender's name? Leonard, I was like, nah, the game's over. He's trying to go for that low block that we know him for. He's trying to go back to his normal Simeon. That's what he does, He's going to. I thought he was going back to his, not to himself. I thought that's what he was gonna do, but that's not what he did. When he put on, he played five center backs, and not five center backs, but three center backs, and then two wide. So, but he let the two wide players, the two right backs, to attack. He let them go forward, and that's when, in a positive way, it became how do you say this? Well, they just became better. The easiest way to say is they became better. Atlantico became better when they won with the three center backs. They became way better. They were attacking, creating chances, and I was like, when are they gonna score? Not if. When are they gonna score? Because they were getting chances after chances after chances after chances after chances, and then There it comes. Another weak penalty. I know everybody's gonna say it's a penalty. I know everyone is gonna say that's a penalty because he had his hands out and all that blah 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 blah. Yes, of course he touched his hand, but that ball was going to Africa, man. That ball was going home. That ball was not coming back. That ball was going nowhere. It just touched his hand. It was a missed shot. The shot was going back home. It just touched him. And it was not like he was like this. It was not like that. It was not. No, it was just did this little bit. And then it just touched him a little bit. And they said it was a penalty. I was like, surely not, man. Come on. It's a harsh penalty. Just like yesterday, man. It's just these penalties are ruining the game. To be honest, they are ruining the game. If it was the official today, none of those penalties would happen. They were both weak, too weak. Even the yesterday's ones, not in my watch, man. But somehow, they give them the penalty, and then what a penalty, though! What a penalty from Julian! What a beautiful strike onto the roof. Raya was, I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe he was waiting for a chip shot. Or what is he waiting? Finesse? What is he waiting for? He was just rooted to the spot, man. And if it was not for Raya, to be honest, this game could have been different. It could have been 2-3 for Atletico Madrid. It could have been 3-1, maybe 2-1, 3-1, 2-1 at least. 2-1. If they had the other keeper, Kaba something, Kaba Asabalagaga, if they had that guy, it would have been 3 goals, maybe 4. But yeah, excuse me. It could have been 3 goals, 4 goals, but Raya is having a wonderful season. And since he came to Arsenal, he's actually been great. He's actually been one of the best keepers on the planet, to be honest. And when he took off Madueke, and then Saka came on, I was waiting for a little bit of a spark. I thought the game was gonna be better, but no, Arsenal became worse. To be honest, it became worse. He changed the front three exactly the same time. Uh, he should have left this guy for a little bit. He should have left him for a little bit around like 88th mark, and then sub these two, maybe for and then put this guy on the other side. Maybe that's what he could have done. But this guy was having a good game, and then he gets subbed off. He was frustrated, man. But he was having a good game, to be honest. But the game changed when this guy went off. And it's okay. He went off with an injury. It's not something that you can control. But it's the sub that made me question. What was it? Simeon. When he subbed on Bayana, I was like, no, he's going. Nah, he's going for that low block again. He's not trying to score. He's trying to set up for the 1-1. He's trying to go back to the Emirates and maybe get something from there. Because Atlantic, they've been winning away. They've been losing their home. That's what they've been doing for all their knockout games. They lost their home games, but they won their away. Most of them, yes, they won their away games. And just like that, when he won off and Bayena came on, the game was finished from the Atlantic side. And then they had nothing after that. They didn't create no chance until the 90th mark when who was it? When Molina, yeah, it was Molina. When Molina came on, and then he shot from a distance, and it was oh my, what a shot that was! To be honest, that was a beautiful shot, but it just went wide a little bit. I think Raya get a touch, but they said goal kick anyways. And Arsenal had a chance themselves. They just missed. But this game was actually fun. To be honest, it was not as good as yesterday. We might not gonna see another game like that. We might in the second, but you know what I mean. That was too good of a game. So don't expect that game to see more often. To be honest, don't see that. Don't like. This is what I don't understand. People are expecting the game from yesterday. They were expecting that kind of game every day. It's not gonna happen. It will not happen. So let's start up for this. The matter of the fact is, for the past few years, those are the kind of games that we get used to. So get comfortable, relax, and get used to it, because that's what we're gonna see in the second round as well. And then for the second round, for the second leg, for Bayern against BSG, It might be another high scoring game, but I would be surprised if it is the same, like 5-5 or 5. I would be surprised. It might be 3-2-4, maybe at the highest. But I'm going for like 2-3, 2-1, something like that. Maybe 3-2-2, 3-3, maybe. At the highest, 4 something. That's the highest he's gonna go. It's not gonna be 5. It's not gonna be all that 4 or something. I would be surprised. I would really be surprised. But I'm not saying no. I'm not saying no to it. But I'm waiting for it. But yeah, there's not much to talk about this game. It's all to play for in the second round, second leg to be for both games. To be honest, for both games, it's all to play for. And I'll see you in the next week. If you like the video, subscribe, like, and probably share. There's not much to say, man. There's not much to say. Bye. Take care.